The Nike Structure 26 first released globally on July 24th, exactly 1 month ago as I am filming this video. And I was lucky enough to get sent a pair myself, and over the past few weeks I've been doing a lot of my easy runs in this shoe, and today we're going to talk exactly how I feel and my full review on the brand new Nike Structure 26. That being said, let's jump into talking about the Nike Structure 26 and all the experience I've had so far with it and what I think this shoe is good for, what it's bad at, all the in between. First of all, this is in the most true sense a daily trainer. It is a stability shoe. It's called the Structure. It kind of goes with each other, honestly. When I think structure, stability kind of goes hand in hand. It does have this cool thing called a midfoot support system. And basically what it is, it's almost like arches or walls on the side of both of the left and right, or the inside and the outside of the shoe. And really when you're stepping down onto the shoe, it's just making sure that you're not rolling from side to side. It's not exactly that you're landing flat-footed, but more so keeping you flat on the ground, balanced, making sure that, you know, at the end of the day, it is a stability shoe, and that is what it is made for. Now, this is surprisingly a little bit more cushioned than I think what it looks. It does have React X foam running through the shoe itself. There's no air pod cushion unit thingy that the 25 had. This is just React X foam, and it's not exactly heavy, I would say. Not as heavy as it looks. It's actually a little bit lighter than I anticipated when I saw it. It is definitely firm. It's not super cushioned. It is still a shoe, a daily trainer, so it's going to be a little bit heavier. But I think a lot of those things are surprisingly not to the degree you would expect looking at this shoe. It's a quality shoe, a quality daily trainer. I think it comes in at $145 if I'm not mistaken. And to be honest, it kind of almost is going to replace the Pegasus for me. I think I kind of been preferring this shoe, which is interesting. But I also feel like when it comes to shoes nowadays, a lot of times we're often opting for a max cushion shoe, you know, trying to get that super foam. And this is just, I feel like, a throwback to what shoes used to be. It's almost just like back when I was running in high school and right at the beginning of college. Like, this is the type of shoe I would put on every single day. And it is a little reminiscent to that, but it's also just almost a little bare bones, if you will. I mean, this is supposed to just be a daily trainer. There's not supposed to be anything special or groundbreaking about it. It's supposed to be a little bit heavier. You're not going out to break records in this shoe. It's not supposed to be anything crazy, and I think it does just a great job at what it's supposed to be. It's a stability shoe. It's easy to run in. You're not feeling like you're lacing up a brick, but it also doesn't feel like you're putting on racing shoes. And obviously you're not going to be in a super cushioned shoe, something like the, you know, Vomero Plus, where it's nice and bouncy. You feel that super foam all underneath your foot. This is much more of a easy run, easy, you know, daily trainer type of shoe. And I think a lot of times people often don't run in something like this, when this is going to help build that foot strength. For me, what I felt the most in this shoe, what I appreciated the most, is that when I put the shoe on, it keeps my form in check in many ways. Because sometimes when I have a super cushion foamy shoe on, I tend to either maybe overstride, or I kind of forget to make sure my back is arched, my shoulders are relaxed, I'm looking up, like I'm just kind of bouncing around sometimes. Like, I do love putting on a pair of Invincibles or a pair of Vomero Plus. Like, those shoes feel great, but sometimes you forget how easy that run feels, and you're not being as efficient as you should be. And those habits are easy to, you know, are hard to break if you start to develop them. That's what I was trying to say, sorry. But with these, I do feel like a lot of times I'll go out and run, and I'll be reminded that I'm not as protected, if you will, with this pair of shoe on. So I'm going to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to run efficiently, make sure my form is in check. And it's just a nice pair of shoes to toss on. Aesthetically, I think they look great. I love the colorway that I got sent, so this is an absolute win in my mind. Like, I'll go wear this out to the city to walk around in. I did in St. Louis. They're nothing like crazy comfortable. I think I might prefer a pair of Vomeros to walk around in if I'm going to walk for a long time, just because they are a little bit more cushioned. But just for like an hour or two, just walking around, if I'm not doing anything crazy, this is quite comfortable, or comfortable enough. And again, it's just not supposed to be anything crazy, and it's exactly what you would want out of a stability shoe, in my opinion. I think obviously with the new Nike system where they're doing Pegasus, Vomero structure, this being the entry level shoe into the structure branch, I think it's perfect. I'm a big fan of this one. I know this is the Cole Hawker Cooper Tier Classic. Nike did a whole ad campaign, made a whole YouTube video with the two of them on their channel. It's like 5 minutes long. It's a great watch, honestly, talking about this shoe. And they've done workouts in the Structure 25. I'm sure they've done them in the 26 as well. So it's not like you can't go out and hit a hard effort in this shoe, run a little faster. It's just going to take a little bit more energy, I think. But for something like an easy run with strides at the end, I would prefer this shoe over a pair of something like Invincibles or something like that, just because it is a little bit more firm. So I feel like I can hit the ground running a little bit harder. It's going to keep my form in check, like I said. And, obviously with a stability shoe, it's great to go get out on the gravel trail, or, if I'm running on the roads, like gravel roads, dirt roads, like this is a good shoe for that, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say about this type of shoe, because at the end of the day, it is just a daily trainer stability shoe. It's not supposed to be anything crazy, anything special. It does its job. It does it really well, and I'm a big fan. It's definitely going to be a shoe that I add to my rotation for pretty much what I said: easy runs, doubles, things like that. The one thing I wasn't a huge fan about this shoe is the less cushion aspect of it. And it's not that I'm not a fan of it, it's just that I wouldn't exactly reach for this shoe when it comes to something like a recovery run. And I think that's something that I am on the fence about, because I do think that, trying to develop this shoe more into my shoe rotation to help build my foot strength and keep me, in check with my form, like I said, I think would be really important. But a lot of times, a lot of my runs are recovery runs, because I'm doing 2 big workouts a week plus a long run. So the day after, I'm always not going to feel that great. So it's easier for me to want to reach for a pair of something like the Invincibles. And after that, I'm just thinking to myself, if I can just put the Invincibles on, I got a lot of that cushion, do I really want to put this on? But that being said, on those easy days, or sometimes when I'm hitting doubles, like, it's super easy and super nice to reach for this pair of shoes, toss them on, lace them up, and go out, get in a couple easy miles. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If I've missed anything, let me know what you guys think. Any comments, questions, or concerns, drop them in the comment section down below. But yeah, I mean, this is a stability shoe at the end of the day. Nike's king of stability, if you ask me, and a great addition to my shoe rotation personally. So shout out to Nike, man. If you guys have any questions, though, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love all things. Peace out.